Little Nitro.
Stat.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
So you don't call Nick Saban Nick, don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 20th of December, 2022. Christmas is just a few days away. We appreciate y'all joining in tonight. Shout out to everybody in the comments. S. Sanchez, we appreciate you. Feliz Navidad and to all of y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, producer James is in the building on the production side of it. And if my ears are not mistaking me, I'm hearing a little jingle, jingle. Christmas time is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, back for the second year. Please give it up for the biggest Dallas Cowboy fan of them all. Pimp Claus, how you doing, sir? It's good to see you back in the channel again, baby.
What's up, players?
How you doing?
What's up, everybody?
Oh, no.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Feeling great, feeling groovy. How are you?
Man, hey, feeling like a true pimp. Ain't a bad day when you are a pimp like me. Every day is good because you know what? I'm so blessed. Blessed.
I see
how
that
you been doing?
I see you got your lot. Got more hardware this coming year. Have you been on the good list apparently with the old man in the North Pole with old Saint Nick? You seem to be doing your thing. How are your run-ins with the Jones family? The Dallas Cowboys had a big loss last week. They were able to survive against the Houston Texans, but they got the biggest team in the NFL right now. Jalen Hurts could be or could not be playing this coming Saturday on Christmas Eve. Talk to the people now, Pimp Claus. How do you see things going for the Dallas Cowboys? And is Jerry Jones on the naughty list this year or the nice list? You tell me. I heard you got insight.
Hey, Jerry always gonna be on my nice list because Jerry, he gonna help me. He gonna help me pay these bills and make me look good because I bring Jerry the goods. You know what I'm saying?
I follow you.
Jerry depend on me, especially win or lose. He wants some of my goodness of what I provide.
How are the Cowboys looking in your eyes?
Watch out now. I know y'all think these Cowboys are done, but this is right where they want them.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, boy, better watch out. Don't come out there because you know Micah Parsons is gonna be lurking. And you're not feeling 100%. Woo, boy, you don't want to see that defense. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But Pimp Claus, they've been kind of lacking the past 2 weeks. It's something that they need to get their mojo going. And what kind of inspiration can they get from Pimp Claus to get the mojo revved up and ready to go for prime time 3:30 kick on Christmas Eve? How do they get the mojo going?
Well, first of all, the Cowboys, you know, everybody wants to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
True.
Especially if you're a team that ain't done nothing and you get to play the Dallas Cowboys, you know, that's your claim to fame, is to beat the Cowboys. But also, they've been running with my boy, Damon Irvin, and that boy been cutting up ever since he went out to L.A. I can't even find him. He owe me money. And he been running with some of my special ladies. And so, you know, I need my money, Damon. I'm looking for you, brother. Don't you don't want to feel the backhand, brother.
Now, I'll tell you what, Pimp Claus, Damon has been running amok for weeks now. We hadn't seen him in a little bit, maybe living life too high on the hog. But right now, tell me this. What's the prognostication for yourself? Are you giving the Dallas Cowboys a W, or is it going to be the holiday Christmas blues for the Dallas Cowboys this coming Christmas?
Are you serious?
I got to know.
Are you messing with Pimp Claus?
I need to know.
Come on, bro.
I need to know.
You know the Cowboys. This is when they time to shine. You know, they know Santa's going to be in the house. They know Pimp Claus is going to be in the house. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have some hoes
Oh no.
for them when they get done. So, they going to come out there, they're going to beat the Eagles. They're going to show them what's up, and they're going to show them what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
I can
So,
dig
dude,
it.
don't count the Cowboys out because they bringing it, baby.
I love to hear
And
Pimp Claus. You're bringing the inspiration. I appreciate the energy. I appreciate everything that you're doing for the show. It's good to see you. All your great fans out there, do you want to wish them any kind of best wishes? Let me know what you'd like to say to the people out there before. I know you're a busy man. You got things to do. You got people to see. And I bet you got some money to collect as well. But before you get out of here, tell the people what they need to know.
Oh, first of all, what y'all need to know is love everybody. It's easier to love than to hate. And just remember, old Pimp Claus love you. And if you need anything, hit me up. I'm always on Pimp Street, baby.
Oh, no.
And then to James,
Uh-oh.
I want my money, boy. I want my money, James. You owe me, son. Don't make me come get you.
Oh, no, James.
Hit you up for anything? Is that offer? What does that stand? Is that a standing offer?
All right, y'all take
No,
care.
you
Y'all take care.
owe me money, James.
Y'all
Don't
take
act
care of
stupid, boy.
business off of Green Time. Right now, it's time to make the donuts. We've been enjoying everybody. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We're not going anywhere. I'm waiting for Wes. Wes is late for work. This is the first time maybe we've been late in a good while. We were a little late ourselves. We were putting together the James was putting together the incredible graphic for our picks. We'll have that coming up a little bit later on. Shout out to, looks like we got Papa Romeo in the chat. Carlo, how you doing, madam? S. Sanchez, of course, always in the chat. We appreciate all of our followers, our subscribers. Hey, guys, if y'all don't know it right now, everybody who's been subscribing, your energy has been permeating through YouTube. We're up to 115 subscribers. I want to thank all of y'all diligently. Thank y'all for everything y'all have done for us. We appreciate it, and it definitely helps the channel grow. James, is Wes back with us? Can we see it, Wes? We got none. Wes is, I don't know where Wes is. He's MIA right now. I don't know if he's taking care of his tab with Pimp Claus or what have you. I don't want to speculate too much on it. But, James, wonderful game last night. The Green Bay Packers take care of business against the Los Angeles Rams, led by Baker Mayfield now. He had a full week of practice, did very well in his debut in Los Angeles. What are your takeaways last night from the Green Bay Packers?
I didn't see none.
I know you didn't get to see it, but I bet you watched some highlights.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Anderson Silva.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's been a while since we lost, and it's the losses have been pouring in this season. But I've always wondered when Brett Favre was on his way out, I was like, man, like some tough times are ahead. Luckily, we got AR-12 to fill in the shoes.
Right.
And so him being in the late part of his career, I'm kind of like, man, like seems like a little bit of dark days are ahead, and we got a taste of that this season. Doesn't feel good, but it's I don't know, man. The season is what it is. I'm just hoping that we can somehow get into the playoffs. We win out and sneak into the playoffs, and I don't know. It's always good when you make playoffs.
You got a lot of contenders right now to deal with. Detroit is very hot right now. I know that Chicago gave the Philadelphia Eagles all they could handle this past weekend. They did nick up Jalen Hurts. I saw Jalen's press conference today, as well as Coach Zombie Sirianni, as I like to call him, just because the guy just doesn't sleep with the bags under his eyes. And there's an outside chance Jalen may play. There's a lot of reports early that he may not. Time will tell whether he plays or not. Gardner Minshew is a capable backup for the Philadelphia Eagles. He had a lot of good times at Washington State under Mike Leach, who they had his eulogy today, which actually Gardner Minshew was eulogizing Coach Leach at his wake today. So shout out to everybody out there getting things done. The football world is it's a little bit saddened, but we have bowl games to enjoy. We have family time to enjoy with the coming up Christmas weekend. I'm looking forward to that much as everybody else is as well. Let's get into a quick break. Let us pause. Let's see if we can find Wes. I don't know where he is. We're going to see if we can get hold of him. Give us a couple of minutes. We'll be back on the flip side. We'll go in depth on NFL coming up weekend for week 16. What you got, James?
Oh, no, before we go, if you're in here, slap a like on it. Doesn't take that much time. 2 seconds maybe. Slap a like.
Appreciate
help out the channel.
Give us a quick 2-minute break, maybe 3. We'll be back right after this. think we found Wes. I think we finally got him back. I don't know, after his shenanigans. Wes, how you doing, man? Good to have you in the studio. Did you have a run in with somebody, man? Did you meet somebody in the hallway?
Yeah, my homie Pimp Claus, man. Pimp Claus is a cool dude. I like Pimp Claus.
Yeah,
Damon, I'm not a big fan of, but Pimp Claus is always a good time, dude. He brings it the goodies.
I mean, I appreciate that. I'd like you to have a little bit more of his optimism. It's not as it's more refreshing than the pessimism that you're bringing to the show at times. But I understand you're more of a realist, and I think a lot of times with the Dallas Cowboys, there's not a whole lot of accountability. And I don't know if you heard what Jerry Jones was talking about today on 105.3 in Plano area, Dallas Cowboy Radio. Make it make sense. Why is he making a claim that Dak Prescott played outstanding at times? This is just a whole bunch of nonsense, and it just either Jerry's losing some memory, or he is just flat out denying the lack of consistency for the Dallas Cowboys in the most critical of times. What is going on? What's your take on this?
With Jerry, I think Jerry does this thing where he wants to back his players. That's why Jerry is known. He's kind of known as a players owner. He backs his guys. He backs his guys until he doesn't. Especially if he knows that they got to play the rest of the season. So he knows Dak has got to go out there for the rest of the season. That's all he has. For right now, that's his guy. Especially towards the end of the season. You can't make a change right now to better your team without starting Dak. So what are you going to do? Are you going to break him down right now? Are you going to tell him that he's crap right now? No, you're going to back him up and say out of your game. I think Dak had a good first half. Second half, not so much. But like I said, you got to back your guy for the season. Come off season, if Jerry's still feeling the same way about Dak and his season, the way he's played, then, obviously there's some changes that need to be made.
Look, Wes, I'm sorry, man. It's flat out repugnant that Jerry Jones has the audacity to go ahead and give us this soundbite. I don't understand how he can't hold accountability for his star players. If you're cutting $40 million checks per year to your quarterback, don't you want some sort of, consistency and clutch moments? Isn't that what we talk about when we talk about the greats? The guys who always did it. If you need to go out and if you need to go kick a field goal and you're getting the ball at your 30 and all you got to do is drive down to go kick, a 50-yard field goal with Brett Maher, it makes a whole lot of sense for you to execute and have, we also got to hold accountable to the coaching staff, the offense coordinator and head coach. They got to have the right play calls at the right time in order for their players to execute. I don't know why we're trying to attack the edges. I talked about this yesterday. Don't want to beat a dead horse. But at the same time, it's like the guys in the leadership positions, your quarterback is your field general. Your offensive coordinator is the guy plugging in the plays. These people need to be held accountable in the public eye so that it is some sort of understanding by the fans of how things are being ran in the operation. It's not surprising that Jerry Jones said this, but it is upsetting and concerning if you are a fan of the Dallas Cowboys that I think we all kind of already know, but to have the optimism that Dallas can succeed and will be successful on a championship level, divisional or Super Bowl level. And if it's almost like I don't want to even be a Dallas Cowboy fan because I understand the letdown that will come in either the month of December or January. I haven't figured out a proper term yet for January, but the debacle in December seems to be trending very well right now. And for me, it is just it's damn near frustrating to a level that you just want to put your allegiance on pause. And don't get me wrong, I root for a lot of teams just because of fantasy, but it's Texas teams before anything, and Houston is just trash right now, and Dallas is the hope. And so you're asking yourself, what do you need to give more? What does Jerry have to do more for his teams? He's the highest valued franchise in the world in all of sports. They have the best amenities. They have the highest technology. They have the best surgeons. They have the best doctors, nutritionists. What is it? What is it?
Well, you're never going to have Jerry come out and publicly dog his players.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
he came out
gonna come
publicly
out.
and fired Jimmy Johnson. What's the difference between the player and the coach? He's still cutting the
He's
check.
like- He's not going to do that when he still needs these guys. He still needs these guys for the rest of the season. He's not going to come out and do that in the public eye. That's just not the way Jerry does things. Just because obviously Jerry doesn't want to sound like he made the wrong move, but also he still needs these guys to move on for the rest of the season. That's his best shot. If he dogs on Dak and shuts down Dak for the rest of the season, they got no shot at nothing. I mean, they have a slim shot with Dak, but without Dak, they got nothing. So you can't come out, you can't light up your players, coaches, or whatever in the public eye.
Sure.
Now behind closed doors,
That's fair.
behind closed doors, he can light up every single one of these motherfuckers, and he should be.
But
He should be telling them. Just like when we go off the air, how you and James light me up and tell me how terrible I am.
There we go. Do you really think Jerry Jones is behind closed doors just ringing these dudes? No, there's no way. It's not in Jerry's DNA. Jerry is a player's owner. He's going to give everything he can to the guys who hold their allegiance to him and the Cowboys. And Dak does it week in and week out in lockstep, giving the most political answers. Politician Dak out there giving his, best cliches to try to cover up the loss. And it's like, I want to see some damn accountability. I want to see some ownership by the star players on how they need to do better. The only one who I heard kind of talked up like that was Micah Parsons. And that was like one time he said, we got to do better. And it's like, well, you're damn right you got to do better, because right now, this isn't the time to try to figure out who you are. And right now, all the deficiencies that they have been having all year are being exposed by teams who are tough and can run the ball. Last word to you.
Well, Jerry might be thinking that they've improved, because you're talking about a team that's coming off of Jason Garrett, when Jason Garrett, Mr. 8-8,
Coach Clapp.
But now that McCarthy has had Dak for almost pretty much 2 healthy seasons, they have had a good record, let alone that this season has been a weak schedule. But they're still looking at it as like, hey, we have a good schedule. They feel like they're moving forward. But to me, it's always that they seem to be coming into the season talking about Super Bowl, which they shouldn't talk about that in the first place. Talk about winning the division, talking about making the playoffs, talking about winning some games in the playoffs, then maybe talk about Super Bowl. But hey, you know what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do until Jerry decides that he's not the owner and GM? What are you gonna do until Jerry is no longer the owner? You're still gonna have his son, who a lot of people are big on him. So I mean, as a Cowboy fan, what are you gonna do, man? You gotta just hope that your team figures it out, and you hope that they figure out a way to win. I mean, I don't know.
It hurts you. It hurts you to say that, doesn't it? It bothers you that you have to come to that realization. And I see you have a new product on your head, and this is what I don't understand. You have so much love for the Cowboys, you'll buy the merch, and that's great. But bro, Wes, it's got to hurt it's got to hurt who you are to be a Dallas Cowboy fans when they just absolutely fall apart in December.
Don't get me started. First of all, I get tired of hearing the Cowboy fans like, "Oh, I wish we had Romo." What did Romo do?
Romo's trash.
What did Romo do for y'all?
Trash.
He basically did the same thing his Dak is done.
Exactly.
But he may have had maybe a little bit of a better start. So don't give me that wrong stuff. Go ahead with that. But things have changed. Why the teams aren't the teams of the 90s, I believe I think it starts with the coaching staff. I think they had a
100%.
different coaching staff. I think they had a different way of life, a way of doing things. This franchise now, this Dallas Cowboy team, I think they want to be Dallas Cowboys, but also I think they want to do it because of different reasons.
Wes, you know what I think?
They want the fame. They know that
Oh.
if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you're on the biggest stage in sports.
That's a damn good take right there. I haven't thought about it that way. That makes a lot of sense about them just being clout chasing right now. They're just clout chasing. But to me, this team reminds me, I've seen this kind of team before. I've seen this kind of team. And it was after the 2010 season, this is the type of team that Mike McCarthy had in Green Bay. They were always competitive. They were always pushing in the playoffs. But what was it? They get in the playoffs and they get bounced out. This is just the Dallas Cowboy Packers right now. And Mike McCarthy the guy's all finesse. And until they get a tough coach.
I thought he won a Super Bowl in Green Bay, though.
That's why I said after 2010. That's why I said that. Because after that, there was no more success. There was no more Super Bowl appearances. It was all playoffs. You can win the division. It's easy to win the division in the North when you got a Hall of Fame quarterback.
How many years did it take Mike to win in Green Bay? He didn't just walk into Green Bay and won a Super Bowl, did he?
James, how long?
I want to say it was about
4 years. 3
I would
years?
say about. I want to say 5, but I'm gonna go with 4. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just put this one to bed right here.
Before him was who was before him?
Holmgren?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Well, I wanted to say Holmgren, but that's kind of. It seems like the gap between that is kind of too far away.
It took him 4 seasons.
What do you grade that?
It's a good question. Where do you grade it?
I mean, if you bring in a coach and he's like, we'll win a Super Bowl in 4 years,
I'll take it.
I'm taking it. Yeah.
So we have to give him another year?
I used to like Mike McCarthy. Still do. Gave us a victory against the Cowboys, but I was like,
that was Aaron Rodgers. Thank you very much.
I don't know. From the fans, they said Mike McCarthy, showing up, dressed like Vince Lombardi, and like that he wanted to give one to Aaron Rodgers.
Sweet duster, bro.
But
Sweet duster.
I mean, I don't know, man. He's I don't know, man. I like Mike McCarthy, but it definitely was time to go, especially when we landed Matt LaFleur. So I don't know. He's y'all's problem now.
Apparently. I'm looking up the list of Green Bay head coaches.
Hey, that is a nice hat, though, Wes.
Oh, Wu-Tang forever.
So before McCarthy was Mike Sherman,
There you go.
former coach of Texas Aggies, Texas A&M Aggies.
All right. But Mike Sherman is the gap between Holmgren and
Ray Rhodes was before Holmgren. It was Holmgren, Ray Rhodes, Sherman, and then McCarthy.
Dang.
Because Holmgren was
that long
he won the
ago?
Super Bowl with Brett Favre, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Four coaches in the last 20-something. How many
Oh,
you
you
got?
forgot about Joe Philbin. Remember Joe Philbin?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Remember that guy?
Well, he went over. He was the offensive coordinator for a while, wasn't he? Or the wide receivers coach or some shit like that. Joe Philbin.
That's why a lot of the coaches and players on the current Dallas staff. Yeah.
No.
Remember they welcomed back like 13 player personnel in Green Bay during that game? Yeah, exactly. Could it have been a work? Who knows? Exactly. All right. Let's talk about the new subscription-based
DirecTV.
NFL Sunday tickets. Nah, DirecTV is apparently out right now.
They're Dunsky.
Have you heard the news, Wes? Have you heard the news? YouTube appears to be the top subscription-based service who will be carrying NFL Sunday Ticket. I believe moving into the 2024 or 2023 season.
Super Bowl appearances
have not been put on there yet, quite yet. Yeah, Super Bowl appearances. Who was that talking from? James has his phone hooked up. From the Beyond. Okay. But yes, Wes, did you hear the number that people are trying to talk about that could potentially be the valuation of the NFL Sunday Ticket, that the NFL will be requiring YouTube allegedly to pay for the rights? You're just moving your phone every which way but loose.
The stand is falling. Sorry.
You good?
I think so.
I hope so.
I'm having problems. I should have turned. I have to fix it on the next one.
On the
I
next
should have
break.
the
Damn,
third
let's-
front
let's-
one. Whatever. Anyway,
Keep
I don't
going
know,
here.
man.
Keep going here. Will I get this $3 billion valuation of NFL Sunday Ticket is apparently being reported what the NFL rights will be, or what the NFL will be charging for the NFL Sunday Ticket rights. See, everybody is doing something. Wes, what do you make of this? You think it's a good idea for YouTube to get in the game?
I mean, for me, dude, it doesn't bother me
Why?
that much right now, just because I never watch any games outside of the NFL ticket at home. So usually I go to a bar to watch it. So whatever Fox and CBS has when I'm at home, that's fine with me. Then you got your Sunday night game. Then you got your ESPN games. I'm not trying to watch a team outside of my region, so I'm not missing anything. But if I live somewhere else, I guess it would affect me more. But I mean, is that going to change ticket sales?
No, that's not what I asked you. What I asked you was, what do you think of the NFL charging $3 billion for the rights for NFL Sunday Ticket? Do you think that's like an outlandish number? Previously, it was $1.5 billion. Now they're doubling it.
Well, it's the NFL. They feel like they got it on lockdown. If you look at the numbers for the NFL compared to what a lot of people were saying, that, you know, the World Cup and soccer is the most popular sport in the world.
Nobody cares about that in America.
Still, if you see the numbers against NFL games, especially the Cowboys against these World Cup games, the NFL is still winning here in America. So they can ask for a lot, and you know they probably want to take a lot because hopefully they want to give more to the players. Hopefully that's why they want more money.
That sounds exactly like what they're trying to do. You think they're going to give more money to the players? Who is Roger Goodell doing the bidding for? The players or the owners? The owners.
Yeah, but I still think if the owners get more money, then I think the players have to get more money. I'm not saying that they're going to get more money than the owners. It's not the NBA. We know that in the NBA that the players run the league, but in the NFL, we definitely know that it's not like that. But I just would think that the players would get a bigger cut, and also get more money, just because they're most of the time they're not guaranteed their money. I think most NBA, MLB contracts are pretty guaranteed. But they have been starting to get ridiculous with these guarantees to NFL players, Cleveland Browns.
What are you talking about? The guarantees? Dude, only Deshaun Watson is the only player right now in the NFL who has his contract fully guaranteed. Every NBA player, every Major League Baseball player has their contract fully guaranteed. And these dudes are walking away with supermax deals in the near $200 million range. It's a different ballgame when it comes to NFL contracts. Here's the crazy thing. As soon as they want to tear up your contract in the NFL, all your money's gone. Only what is fully guaranteed. Whenever they say guaranteed, that ain't the fully guaranteed amount. It needs to be what is the fully guaranteed amount of that contract, which will be paid to that football player.
And that's what I'm saying. They can up the guaranteed money because the only person that got good guaranteed money was Deshaun Watson.
There's other players who have fully guaranteed contracts, but it's not the whole contract. And I think that's where I want to make sure we're real clear on that. Kyler Murray's fully guaranteed contract was like only, I think it was 130. We're talking about big money here. People are talking about, y'all are talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Yes, we are. But at the same time, the relative amount between Deshaun and the next player is Aaron Rodgers at 150. Kyler Murray's new contract is under that.
Super Bowl winning quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Anyways, back to the point.
Hey, but is that not? I don't mean
to me that's not important.
Really. When you're
Deshaun Watson a Super Bowl winning quarterback? Is
No.
Patrick Mahomes a Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Deshaun Watson, no.
Lamar Jackson.
Patrick Mahomes, yes.
Lamar is,
I mean, I see him winning one in the future. Yeah.
but have they?
No.
Okay. My point is, I give it up for Aaron. I'll give it up for Patrick. But other than that, why are we giving $130 million contracts for players who can't stay healthy
Well, they haven't played.
or won't play when COD comes out?
They haven't played.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Do you?
But that's in every sport.
It's not the same thing when when the COD comes out and Kyler misses games for whatever reason. That don't happen in other sports.
You actually think that there is like truth to that?
I'm not saying there is truth. What
No,
I'm
no,
saying
but I'm
is
asking your opinion.
There is coincidence.
Yeah.
Perception is reality. Is that true or not true?
And now he's out for the season.
I'm just saying.
What do you think he's doing?
I don't know.
Foot kicked up.
I don't know. What I do know is that whenever new maps come out, people magically get hurt.
But back to what I was saying, like the incentive is there. Like I understand like throwing an incentive there, like for like a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, but that deal was just ludicrous to offer him that much money under the circumstances that was going on over there in Houston.
But do we know why it was that? Do we know why it's ludicrous?
Like the amount of money that they gave him?
Right. Because do you know where he was going to go before Cleveland? No. He had a deal locked in with Atlanta. And he was going to go to Atlanta and he was going to pair up with Cordell Patterson. He had Kyle Pitts on the way, Drake London after that.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I know, but that's neither here nor there. My point is that the money was so astronomical and could not be turned away because it was fully guaranteed. He nixed the deal with Atlanta and went to Cleveland. That was the only way Cleveland could get that deal done. And here it is now. It rewrote the market. And so now everybody's going to be clamoring for these new contracts.
Yeah.
Think about the deal that Josh Allen's going to get, right? Think about the deal if Stafford wants to come back, which I don't think he will. I think he'll retire.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What if Aaron gets a new deal somewhere else? It's going to have to be a lot of money per year. I mean we still have
Jalen Hurts.
That's where I'm going next. Jalen's deal is going to be north of $200 million fully guaranteed. It has to be. And especially if he wins the NFL MVP this year.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's winning MVP, especially if he's not gonna play Saturday.
Who's winning
I
it
think
then?
he loses the MVP race. Can I talk? If he doesn't play Saturday,
Well, what I want you to understand is next time I'm going through things, I'm gonna let you talk.
And then, but I also think that like it depends on if he's out Saturday and how good what's his name that plays. If Minshew can come in there and beat the Cowboys, then I think that might hurt his value.
You're gonna hold back the MVP trophy for one game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's ludicrous mode right there. Who are you giving it to then?
I'm just saying if he's out Saturday and you have Minshew that goes in there and they keep rolling like normal and he plays good and he does everything and they still look good, then that his MVP race doesn't look as good because you're like, oh well, he's just on a good team. Is what your Micah Parsons came out and said is like, I'm not giving him the MVP because I think he has way too much talent around him. I don't think it's really about him, even though he has played great. I just feel like he just has a great team and he has a lot of help.
You got a lot of hate.
The qualifications for like MVP, me personally, like I feel like I know what the NFL like goes by and stuff, but me personally, I feel like it's a guy and when y'all brought up MVP, I was thinking in my head like, who do I think is MVP? Because I haven't thought about it.
Who do you think it is?
Well, that's what I was thinking about. And one guy that's was brought up in my head that like I have said countless amount of times, like, dude, look at these stats, they're outrageous, is Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
But I mean, how often does a wide receiver win MVP? And
Obviously, we're gonna get it.
and I know, but it's more than stats, because it also counts what your team is doing, what's your record and all that. And Minnesota's been they've been, you saw them earlier on the picks when you were asking me. Yeah. So I don't know, man. As far as MVP, I don't know if there is no clear-cut candidate right now for MVP.
Wes, who do you think who's your clear MVP right now?
I don't have a clear MVP, but I guess if I lean to MVP, I'm going either Josh Allen or Mahomes.
Who do you lean more towards?
What?
Who do you lean more towards, Patrick or Josh?
Josh.
Okay, interesting.
But also, another person I'll throw in there, I got to throw in Joe Burrow. What a comeback that Joe Burrow is playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of under the radar just because I guess their record is not as good as other teams. But you got to realize people were kind of counting them out and kind of was like, oh, last year was a fluke, but this team has gotten hot lately, and I think they're going to be dangerous in the AFC, and I think they could repeat the way they're playing.
Yeah, I agree with it. I think I like Joe Burrow a lot. I like Josh. I like Patrick. For me, it's Jalen Hurts right now. And if he doesn't play, there's Josh and Patrick both have 3 losses. Jalen only has 1. Now, if he doesn't play Saturday and they lose again, then we're going to hold that loss against him. But if he plays and he loses, would you then hold that loss against him? And for me, even if he does have 2 losses, if he plays and he has 2 losses and they win out, how are you not giving the MVP trophy to him? He has a better record. He's on the best team in the league. He has a completely turned around year. He goes from having I think he had 4 offense coordinators in 5 years through college and the NFL, his NFL career. He finally has a consistent OC. I get it. He's got a lot of talent around him, but are you blaming him for the GM acquiring the talent? Or are you giving him credit for utilizing the talent? Because there was a time when Dak Prescott had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. He had Zeke running the hell out of the ball. He had a decent defense a few years ago. Dak didn't do shit with it. I think we got to give credit to Jalen Hurts for utilizing the talent the GM put around
him. First of all, they haven't had good teams. They haven't. You're talking about the Cowboys. That's how you talk about the Cowboys. Let's just talk about Jalen Hurts. You can't say he's completely turned around. He had a good season last year. They made it to the playoffs last year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like they going first, last to first. They had talent. They just it wasn't all together last year. And now they put it more together this year, and they've improved. But I was just saying, if my 2 scenarios where he kind of loses momentum in the MVP race is if he plays and loses, or if he doesn't play and Minshew still with that team lights up the Cowboys, then you're like, well, maybe it's not Jalen Hurts, maybe it's the team. That's all I'm saying. It makes sense. Think about it.
Wes loves to talk about Jalen Hurts.
He's a pretty big Eagles fan right now.
Yeah, we're going to see that in the picks.
So
I got to make up their mind. Earlier,
you're the one who picking them.
And then now y'all talking about, I can't stand the Eagles. I'm just being truthful.
I know you love honesty. And honestly, last year, the Philadelphia Eagles were 9-8. They were 9-8, dude. They played who in the first round? Who'd they play? Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, that's right. We're talking about a totally turned around season. They were barely 500. This year, they're the number 1 team in the NFL. The number 1 team.
No. They still made the playoffs. When you say it totally turned around,
9-8.
I see some difference.
9-8, dude.
I mean, I think Detroit's more turned around than the Eagles. You're talking about, yes, 9-8. And you're talking about a team that's in the playoffs. We said totally turned around. I'm talking about a team that doesn't make the playoffs, a team that's not even thinking about the playoffs, and they turn it around, and now that's what they're doing.
If your
That's what I'm saying,
argument,
totally turned around.
your argument
But
would
I'm
have been
saying they
better if
haven't
you would have
improved.
used Cincinnati. Your argument would have been way better if you'd used Cincinnati.
The year before?
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm saying I don't think the Eagles are totally turned around. I think they had a good season last year. They just moved forward. They just improved. Totally turned around to me is last year they were trash. They were garbage. And now they're competing and they're
Okay, so let me just see if I got this clear. You're telling me if a team makes the playoffs, they're not garbage?
no.
Okay, cool. Are the Dallas Cowboys garbage last year?
The Dallas Cowboys are pretenders.
That's not what I asked you.
That's what I told
That's
you.
not what I asked you. Answer the question, Wes. Were the Dallas Cowboys last year garbage?
They're pretenders.
That's not what I asked you. Are they garbage, yes or no?
They're pretenders.
Let this record state that he would not answer the question.
It's a yes or no question.
It's an easy question.
It's a yes or no question.
It's real easy. It's okay. We'll let it be. We'll let the fans make up their minds. Let us know in the
It's not
comments
a yes or
if
no
Wes
question.
if Wes understands
they're-
Dallas is garbage. Yes or no?
They're not garbage, but they're not good.
It's okay.
They're
So they're not
pretenders.
garbage. Good. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. We know they're not winner. We know they're not champions, but we know they're not garbage. Got it.
So what are they?
They're pretenders. Like he said.
What is that?
They'll get your hopes up, but they'll make the playoffs just so you can save face. So the next year, all the fans can say, "We're going to the Super Bowl," and West is going to cheer him on just like he's doing right now.
Hey, I'll be just like that Saturday.
I know you
I'll be
will. That's
just
what's
like
funny.
that Saturday. They make a good play. I'll be that same dude.
All right, we're
Well,
up.
I mean, what am I supposed to do?
What you're doing?
All right, check it out. Check it out, James. You got your boys are playing. You know, they're playing basketball. Like let's just say they're playing basketball. You can tell that your son is not very well at the game of basketball, but he gets into the game. He gets his chance, and he makes a shot. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna
lose
cheer.
your mind. You're
I'm gonna be
cheer
like,
into
I'm gonna,
Are you gonna be looking like, hey, can I get my son into Kansas?
No.
North
I
Carolina?
am gonna be like this.
Exactly.
But I got a question for Wes. Is your child the Dallas Cowboys?
I feel so. I feel like it.
Yeah, you're okay.
like it.
For
I
those
really do.
who stand with Wes, we salute you.
And they were definitely a more nerve wracking child than I was, and I was very nerve wracking.
Okay. All right. How much we're up against it?
Yeah, a little under 4 minutes.
Let's go get
What's wrong with y'all?
let's get into a break. Just the questions coming into this chat are
Yeah.
hilarious. Y'all are doing a fantastic job in the chat. Keep it up. We appreciate it. We love seeing it. It's making me laugh. That's all I got to say. Y'all keep it up. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Shout out to the people new. I think I saw Freightzilla Productions. Of course, I think we're getting a new, I want to say like a new foundation. We got S. Sanchez in there now. Papa Romeo's commenting. Carla's always doing her thing in there. We appreciate all of the comments in there. It really helps the show. Thank y'all. And for Wes, he can go kick rocks for all I care right now.
What are you gonna call your followers?
I don't know. Let them figure it out.
Paul Rodriguez Knights?
No, that sounds
Sounds
too,
cultish.
That sounds too corny right there. That's a little weird. Yeah,
Wes can kick rocks. That's
Yeah.
so rude.
I know.
Hey,
That's life.
y'all light him up in the comments talking about Wes can kick rocks because I know I got love.
They already
in the
did.
comments.
They already did
I
light
got
me up in
nothing
the
but love
comments.
for y'all. Don't let Paul talk to me that way.
Aw.
Calling on reinforcements. Y'all don't let him talk to me like that.
Look at those fake tears.
Ugh.
You do it. You just like Stephen A. this morning on First Take. Somebody get this man a
Come
tish.
on.
Somebody get this
Come
man
on.
a tissue. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Pimp Claus would be disappointed.
Pimp
He's
Claus will
shedding
be
tears on the show.
Pimp Claus will be
Hey.
putting that backhand up so quick.
Now, Pimp Claus would have brought me something over to console my grievance.
You know what? He take care of you. You're right, Wes.
Something nice to.
He
Make it
he
feel
send you
good.
something to keep you warm at night. That's all I gotta say. You know what it is. Let's get into a break. They're telling us to take shorter breaks. Maybe we'll have to enact that for now. Give us a few minutes. We got to reset. When we get back, we'll show you the wonderful production or wonderful piece that James put together for the graphic and our picks. And then we're going to get off the rails a little bit. Ocho Cinco tears. Ooh, child, please.
Crocodile. Hey, alligator.
Quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate y'all here. If y'all enjoying the show, please give a like down at the bottom of the screen. If you haven't already done so, please click the bell. If you haven't subscribed already, do so as well. Let's get into it. These are our picks for week 16. 2 more weeks after this week. Currently, I am in the lead with 133 wins and 90 losses. The crown stays home. West coming in at second at 130 and 93 losses. James close behind him, 125 wins and 98 losses. Let's go ahead and get Wes linked up so he can have the audio. Can you hear us now, Wes?
You good, Wes? Still can't hear?
Uh-oh.
You good?
A little bit of technical difficulties possibly in the mix.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get him set up.
You good?
I got you.
We got him back at it
Yeah.
now. Looks like James and Wes like the Jags. I like the Jets. We're all on the Bills. Cleveland, Houston, all except James. Shout out to Freightzilla. He'll be in favor with James. The Tennessee former Houston Oiler, faithful. I don't know. Freightzilla, let us know in the comments if you are an original Houston Oiler fan. I'm sure another person in the chat will like that. Wes?
He is.
Oh, he is?
Hey,
Okay.
he asked Freitzilla, not you.
I appreciate the insight. I still want to see the comment. It's all good, though. Oh, you better watch out, James. Them
Yes.
West Warriors, they hunting.
Yeah.
They hunting out there. You better watch out. KC, we all love the KC masterpiece. I like the Giants, the G-men. I don't know. Y'all trusting Minnesota after last week?
Man.
Kirk Cousins is just hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know about him. Wes, what is it about Minnesota you like over the G-men?
I went with that one just because it was Minnesota at home. I'm not very trustworthy of Daniel Jones. That's why I went with it. I'm not very trustworthy of the Vikings.
Yeah.
I had it was kind of a toss up, and
Gotcha.
those are the 2 reasons that I picked Minnesota. It was just they were at home.
Sounds good. Cincinnati, clean sweep. The Detroit. Dan Campbell has these guys humming right now. They're in the mix for one of the final playoff spots in the NFC. It's going to come down to, are they going to play any divisional games?
If I'm not mistaken, I gotta say they gotta play Green Bay one more
They
time.
got to play Green. That may come down to that last spot.
But we were talking about earlier about turnaround teams.
Uh-huh.
And
Detroit is
right
definitely.
there.
They got to be.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dan Campbell got to be in the mix for NFL Coach of the Year, right? I mean, we'd have to seriously consider what he's done there for the Ford family. Baltimore, it looks like Lamar Jackson will not be returning. Huntley will probably get the nod. San Francisco, Brock Purdy. Look, guys, I didn't know Brock Purdy was the Mr. Irrelevant, but this dude he's an assassin. And I'm sure a lot of people are getting to know who he is. Trey Lance, watch your back. That's all I got to say. I like the Dallas Cowboys. So does James. West is going to roll with the Philly Fanatics. All good. All love. Las Vegas at Pittsburgh.
We're not going to dive into that.
Maybe in the flip side, we've been talking Dallas pretty heavy today, but I don't want to get James. Oh, it's funny. Look, if you look under his bill, if you look under his cap bill, it's green. But that's a Dallas Cowboy cap.
Yeah, because I made it that way.
Oh.
When he's feeling
Stop,
that way,
man.
You notice how he looked up, right? And so you couldn't see the Dallas Cowboy logo? Oh,
Wow.
how interesting. I didn't do it. Oh, there you go. Put it on for the team.
So he's going for, or he's picking Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But then while watching the game, he's going to be there like this. Right?
True. But at the same time, he's preparing himself for the letdown of the Dallas Cowboys. The debacle of December may continue. So he wants to be on the right side of history. And as you can see, he's trying to chase the king. Damn, some might just say the king.
You see,
Okay.
he fixed his
All I know is after this week, somebody's getting caught. Either I'm getting caught or Wes, you're getting caught by James. Let's just let it be known. Somebody's getting caught this week. I got a feeling it might be me. Las Vegas at Pittsburgh. I like the Raiders. So does Wes. James is rolling with Pittsburgh. What is it? What, James, you're always on Pittsburgh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't realize it until you brought it up, but I don't know. In this matchup, Las Vegas has been they've been trending upwards, but I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I guess I kind of like Pittsburgh. I like
Is Pickett going to come back?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't know he was out?
Yeah, I knew he was
okay,
out.
okay.
Yeah. I just don't know if he's coming back.
So you're cool with Trubisky being the quarterback?
I mean, he won last week, didn't he?
Mitchell did.
Yeah. So
Barely.
I mean, I get I'm gonna save this segment for our off the rails. But I feel like he's been trashed throughout his career.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was highly overrated when he came out. He was picked way too high, but that's another story. Green Bay, I like Green Bay. So does James. I like AR-12. I'm a little concerned with A.J. Dillon's injury, but Aaron Jones is more than capable. I believe they have another back, Khalil.
Just signed him,
I could be.
and they released Sammy Watkins right
Yeah,
before
Sammy did
the
get
Monday
released.
night game
That's kind of a tough one to swallow right there.
for him.
Yeah, for sure. Wes likes Miami. Miami is playing absolutely tremendously right now. They went toe-to-toe with Buffalo in the cold snowstorm. So give a lot of credit to McDaniels and what he's doing down there in South Florida. I like the Rams. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Wes and James like Denver Broncos. Did we just totally? Yeah, we totally did.
What?
Okay. We all like Tampa.
What happened?
I like the Chargers, and James likes the Colts. I'm not going to talk about it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm thinking. You like the Colts. Talk about it. James does.
The Colts jumped out ahead early against the Minnesota Vikings.
But Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, is it all Matt Ryan? Goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Is it all Matt Ryan? You know what I mean?
True.
So I don't know, man. And then Chargers, on the other hand, I feel like they've been completely underwhelming this year. Like they showed signs of greatness and reminiscent of last season. Earlier on in the season, Mike Williams injury prone like a mother.
Kenny Allen.
Yeah, and Justin Herbert, I feel like he has been just underperforming as well this year, up to his expectations.
J.C. Jackson on the defensive side of the ball tore his knee. He got into some legal trouble this past weekend. It's tough for players whenever they get hurt.
I got to make up some room, so I'm trying to pick and choose.
Okay, I got
It's
you.
either gonna pay off or bite me in the ass. So
Gotcha. You're making a run. You're trying to do so.
Yeah.
Wes, I did the math. You have 5 games picked differently than I do. Either you're catching me this weekend or you're getting caught. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think you're going to make a run late into the season?
I mean, this is when I like to do things. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a run right here. I had to make it pretty for the show because it is called the Paul Rodriguez Show. So of course, you gotta feel good about yourself because it's your show.
Do I?
How terrible would it be if I win every week on a show that's not named by me? So I got to give you some props. But yeah, it's my time to go out and get this win for the season. I know I've been slacking on the fantasy football, and I lost because I did not set my lineup this week. So I'm out.
1 second, real quick. Can we timestamp this just so that we can clip it so that when he has to eat crow, we can run this back? Yeah, just so you know, we're going to clip this.
got it.
Go ahead, clip it. Write it down. I don't give a.
All right, Smokey.
Anyway, but yeah, it's West time, dude. And so I got the West Warriors supporting me. Thank y'all. Love y'all. So it's our time. We about to get it.
Child, please.
West's Warriors.
Child, please. All right, back at it. Thank you, James, for putting out that graphic together. It is week 16. We've been going strong, getting this out there, everybody. We appreciate the feedback. If y'all want to participate with us, let us know. Put your picks down in the comments. I'm pretty sure I'd like to see what the fans are doing.
Did somebody switch your pick? Somebody switched your pick from the picks that were sent in.
And see, here's the great thing about this is that there's a shared file with all 3 of us. We all have access to. No one else does. This is me not challenging anybody to try to go get into it. All I'm just saying is we all have access. I gave my picks first. You had the opportunity to enter in the picks to lock them in. Nobody decided to do so. Then I did.
We should have what we should do is we should have like a cutoff time. 7 o'clock.
Sure.
7 o'clock. We should do cutoff time. You can go in there. Everyone has a file. You can go in there. You can a 7 o'clock cutoff.
Tweak
time.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Wes, do you agree with
And
that?
then after that, you lock it.
7 o'clock cutoff?
I'm fine with that.
Cool.
I'm fine with that. But I was lit up so much
You
because
were.
I changed my pick.
Because
James was mad at me. James was trying to get me off the show. You were mad at me. You were like, "Hey, I'm done with you," and now you do it, and it's
here's the difference,
like,
Wes. Here's the
y'all be
difference.
fine.
The difference is this is my show, number one. And the second part of it is I entered in the picks. I was the one manually entering them in. So, like I said, you had access. If you would have entered them, I would have said, you're right. I missed it. We're gonna respect those wishes. But, executive decision. Pulled it.
Damn, Paul. I never thought I'd hear today. This is my show.
You saw what he tried to do with me right there, right? You saw what he tried to do? Publicly shame me in front of all of our loyal fans. How dare you, sir?
I thought this was our show.
It is our show.
Our time.
Until I got to pull rank. But no, in all
Man,
honesty,
first of all, James is above you.
he is. You're right. He's above me.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly. I do really got to appreciate
Come on,
everything y'all do.
come on.
James does a big, James knows what's going on. That's why he's trying to downplay this right now. But it's all good. Wes, listen, man, this is our show. But, you want to pick on people, we're going to pick back.
I just don't know how he's gonna pick Philadelphia over Dallas.
It's
I mean,
okay.
Jalen Hurts is questionable,
It's all good.
and
Did you see the Cowboys play last 2 weeks?
yeah, I did. But I also see what you're wearing on your head right now. Where's the confidence at, bro? This is late in the season. This is what you have been preaching to us all year long.
You know what it is? I got to call Pimp Claus. That's what it is. I'm going to get Pimp Claus. He going to have to make a rendezvous. And don't worry, Wes, this one's on me. I'm going to take care of it. Pimp Claus going to come through, going to take care of business.
We got a Rosemary in the chat for Wes.
I'm being real. The
Seems
Eagles
like a
just look
bot.
like a better team. I'm being for real. They just look on both sides of the ball in the trenches. Their players are playing better. Their offensive line looks better. Their defensive line looks better. I hate to say it because I can't stand the Eagles. They're the worst fans in the league. Lady yelled at me earlier today just for wearing Cowboy stuff. Like, why are you wearing that Dallas Cowboy stuff? You need to pick a better wardrobe. I'm like, who is
You
lady?
didn't pick your head up like that. Hey, it's green. It's green. What are you talking about?
No, because I don't think I was wearing this hat actually.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was asking like, who is you?
Wait a minute. I
Like-
just want to be clear. A lady ostracized you because you were wearing Dallas Cowboy merchandise?
Yes,
Where were you at? Were you in Dallas-Fort Worth area?
yes.
Man, what a loser she is.
And I told her that I was like, you realize you're in Dallas Cowboy country. There's a mural of the Dallas Cowboys on the bar that I was in.
I am
Get
doubting that's the way that conversation took place. I bet you he was all like, yeah, I know we suck this year and Philly's looking real good, Jalen Hurts and all this. I bet that's how that conversation went.
I don't know. I doubt it. Because
First of all, James, you don't know me, sucker.
James is,
Second of
Wes
all,
is,
Exactly.
That's
I don't know.
not
I know what you've shown me. And let's go back on the picks this year.
Wes is real loyal when it's like he's in public. And I think like he just wants to put it on the show to, be a little different.
Think he's fronting.
No, I don't think he's fair. I think he really means it, but
I'm fronting.
he wants to catch me and he thinks that Philadelphia is going to win. I think that's what it really is.
We'll see.
I don't know.
You see, I think I've picked Dallas like except for week 1 against Cincinnati or week 2.
Yeah, we too.
I think I've picked Dallas like all year long. You know how I feel about Dallas. I mean, I don't hate them, but
You didn't pick him 1 week.
You do. You do.
You didn't
hate
pick
them.
Dallas 1 week.
yeah, probably the first and the second.
No.
But you do hate the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't hate them. Hate's a very strong word.
There was 1
Stop
week.
lying.
There
I
was
hate my baby mama, but that's about it.
Oh my goodness. Do not bring that on this show. What I was saying was you picked him 1 week outside the first 2.
What game was that? Since you seem to know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe when Dallas played Green Bay.
Well, I mean that's a given.
No. It's not
and,
given.
And I was right.
Yes, you were right.
Yeah. So when I pick against Dallas, I'm right.
Sure.
This season.
When you pick against them, that's clever. That's clever. That's clever. 9:03. We're gonna get into a break. Y'all's faces are hilarious. We're going to get into a break. When we come back, this is the part of the show where we get off the rails. I hope you boys did your homework. I don't know if y'all remember the homework, but it was your 5 worst Christmas movies.
I told you we got a bot in the chat.
That's not a bot.
Really?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let them do their thing in the chat.
Okay.
Wes, you ready for those movies? It doesn't look like it. Are you ready, yes or no, bro? Don't be distracted.
I mean, it's gonna be hard because just like I really don't watch any that I don't like. But I mean, I guess I can come up with a couple.
I need 5. James, you ready for 5?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, guys, let's get into a break. We are going to get off the rails after this. So if that's the part of the show you do not like, feel free to stick around or feel free to, I don't know, find something else to do. We're going to be getting into it when we get back. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Looks like we got some new people. Howdy, hey, how you doing? Comment, like, subscribe for that new person in there. Don't give out your PI, just to let y'all know. We'll be back.
Shit.
anything suspicious in the anything suspicious in the chat will be addressed. You know, be cool to everybody. We'll be cool to you. You know, just be safe, everybody. I'm just gonna put it out there. Time to get off the rails. It is time to get off the rails. Wes, you got us locked and loaded.
I can't.
You good? Can you hear us?
Look.
No? God damn it.
Come on now. Let's get it together. Let's get it together.
Lean in a little closer, Wes. Little bit closer, Wes. You hear us
Just turn
now?
it up.
Okay. Damn.
You turn it up.
Yeah.
Can I hear you? Hello?
Oh, I will take her out.
Well, it was just timed out, so luckily it wasn't like a ban or anything like that.
Okay, but
Okay.
my point is, can it come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
You can hear us
Okay.
now.
Oh, we
All
know
right.
that.
Yeah. So, Carla, a little heads up. That'd help us out. Just saying.
I think she was being sarcastic.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Carla, stop it.
Y'all are just saying it. All right, let's get back to the show. What are we talking about over here?
Give me a heart attack.
Chat over here is getting me all kind of discombobulated.
You're gonna cause Paul to hire a moderator.
Bro, I was getting like, what the F is going on over here? Time to
And
get
Wes was
into
getting
it.
jealous.
Time to get into that time of the year. It's Christmas time. Christmas movies are all over the place. Holiday movies in turn as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our segment. We had homework to do. Our 5 worst Christmas holiday movies in order, no particular order, but I kind of have an order. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
You always like to go first.
I just like to get, well, you know, in school and like growing up and stuff, I was always that guy. Like everyone hates to go first because you set the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're trying to set the bar.
No, like, well, I mean, it's what it naturally does. So on the flip side, I like to do stuff like, oh, I don't want to do this. Fuck it, I'll go first. I don't want to go first, but fuck it, I'll go first. You know what I mean?
Why can I go first?
Dale.
Because you weren't asked. I don't have 5 worst.
Give me something. Give me what you got.
I would say Miracle on 34th Street sucks.
You are un-American.
It sucks.
It's the best Christmas movie.
No,
It's one of the best.
No, it's not. It
Yes,
sucks.
it is.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Which one?
The new one, not the old one.
Oh, okay. I digress. I digress. The new one, the one in color is garbage.
Yeah. I think it's with that little girl off of Miss Doubtfire.
You mean Matilda?
Yeah, Matilda.
I like that little actress though. She's cool.
Yeah,
I like
she
her.
is, but unfortunately,
That
she was
movie
dropped into a shit movie.
That movie was garbage.
Yeah.
Next time. That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, that I could think of. Like I was telling you before, there's not too many Christmas movies that I watch, and I'm like, that was trash.
You were talking mad-ish about the Grinch yesterday.
I
Maybe
like
it's just the
the
people who watch it.
I like the animated Grinch.
Okay.
I like that one. I don't really care for. It's a fun watch. It's the Grinch. It's the same story. They're actually coming out with a new horror Grinch that is like he goes in and steals your tree and your presents and also kills your mom.
Morbid turn.
Yeah. Which reminds me of like 80s horror films that like me and my brother and like
BNC movies.
cousins used to always watch. Yeah. We're real into that. So I'm probably going to be checking that out. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't care for the Jim Carrey's Grinch. But I'm not going to say I hate it.
So you were one of those guys who watched Mystery Movie Theater 3000.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Wes, what you got?
Me, I mean, you could obviously I haven't seen a lot of the Hallmark Christmas movies, but about anything on Hallmark you can throw it in there. But if we're going like movies that I actually tried to watch, Medea's Christmas.
Oh, that one's bad.
Get kid out of here. Also, Bad Santa 2. Why?
Yeah, that one's bad too.
Bad Santa alone.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Bob.
Home Alone 3.
Oh, that's one. That's
Home
one of
Alone
mine.
3.
That's one of mine.
Also, Christmas Story 2. Really? Why? And Jingle All the Way 2. Why?
Dude, you took two of mine. You took two of mine, bro.
You guys have seen these movies?
You have to have seen them.
I go in it and I'm like, Jingle All the Way 2, unnecessary. I'm not watching.
Okay, let me test Wes. Wes, who's Jingle All the Way 2 starring? Who's the star?
Oh man, why you gotta do me like
You
that?
didn't watch it. No, don't look it
Huh?
up.
I watched it, but I just can't remember. 'cause
Larry
I
the
couldn't
Cable
even
Guy.
Make it through. I
Larry-
couldn't
Oh,
make
my
it through the
God.
movie.
Larry Cable Guy.
Yes, that's who it is.
Larry the Cable Guy.
I forget that guy's name, but I couldn't make it through the movie.
Yeah,
There's some movies like you watch it for literally 3 minutes and you're just
it's a joke. It's a
Yeah.
joke. Okay, so Wes took two of mine. I had Jingle All the Way, Home Alone 3, Fred Claus, Garbage.
I like Fred Claus.
The Perfect Holiday, bomb. No, thank you. And then I'm probably gonna get some pushback on this one. Christmas with the Cranks, trash.
Is that with, who's that with?
That's with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yep.
Have you seen that one with, dang, what's his name, dude? It's, dang, it just slipped my mind. My kids were wanting to watch it the other day, and I was like,
No, not Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way 2. That's the difference.
oh, dude, Jingle All the Way. Oh,
Arnold, yeah,
classic.
the first one is classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah,
I'm Turbo Man.
yeah.
Man.
Christmas Vacation 2 is awful too. I couldn't make it through 3 minutes of that.
It just seems like a lot of the sequels were just poor production.
Yeah. Most of the sequels that I watched, I really did not make it past maybe the 10, 15-minute mark where I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how they ended. I don't even know what happened, but like I know Christmas Vacation 2 with just Randy Quaid, I couldn't make it through it. Jingle All the Way 2, I couldn't make it through it. Larry the Cable Guy. It was a few others. Medea, I can't make it through any of the Medea movies. I just can't. I can't do it.
I can
don't
watch
know
them
what
in
it is about
clips.
Medea.
That's about it.
Huh?
I can only watch them in clips.
I don't know.
Give me like a 3-minute clip on YouTube, I'm satisfied. Other than that, trash.
Have you seen the
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Chronicles?
Christmas
it's on.
in Compton was pretty bad too. I watched Christmas in Compton the other day, but I made probably more through Christmas in Compton than a lot of the other movies.
What were you saying, James?
Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. It's on Netflix.
Haven't seen it yet.
Apparently, it's good. My kids have seen it, of course, and they're like,
Super
Christmas
family?
Chronicles. Apparently, it's a good movie. I mean, it's rated high on Netflix, but you know,
Who's it with? Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all you need to know.
He's like the original Disney youth
Yeah,
character.
he plays Santa in that movie.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. He might pull a
I'm a Kurt
rocket
Russell.
launcher out of his thing and.
What movie series? What movie?
What do you mean?
Where did he have like rocket launchers and
Oh, I was just referencing that he's like an action guy.
Wes? What series?
What?
In the 80s, what movie did Kurt Russell play like a leather wearing dystopian surviving action movie star? If you know in the comments, go ahead and list it.
Something New York. What was it? Last Night in New York. What was it called? Something Surviving New York or? Oh man, my brain's mush.
Snake
But it was something like
Plissken.
that. When
Snake Plissken.
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York. Yeah.
It's man, now you got my mind going because I think a video game was based on that character. Was he like an undercover like agent or something like that?
Something along those
Really?
lines.
So I've never seen anything of that movie, but there was a video game I used to play. It was called Metal Gear Solid, and the character in that game was called Snake,
Right.
but his last name was.
Snakes. I don't know no snakes.
That's crazy.
What movie?
But for Kurt Russell, that's not even like top 3 of his movies.
No, not even. No, not even. Yeah, I don't
I
know
mean,
that quote.
First of all,
Snakes.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I don't know no snakes. What movie, guys?
Trouble.
I don't know that.
Macaulay Culkin. Joe Pesci.
It's got to be Home Alone.
It's Home Alone.
I'm more familiar with Home Alone 2 than I am with Home Alone 1. Unfortunately, it was in my collection.
Who's the former president who's in the middle of that hotel? Do it, James.
Down the hall and to the right, Donald Trump. I can't believe that they removed that in like, you know, certain countries and all that shit.
Oh, in certain countries they did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Because he goes, excuse me, where's the third floor? Down the hall and to the right. That's it. That's it. That's all he says. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Your Trump is hilarious. Okay, gentlemen.
I didn't make it to Home Alone 3.
No, it's not the
That
wet
much either.
bandits. We're the sticky bandits.
Did y'all watch all of Home Alone 3?
Heck no, man. I didn't even turn it on. I saw the front of the DVD and I'm like, I'm not watching this. I'm not wasting my time. I was already like 20 though, so it wasn't gonna be worth it. Yeah. Do we want to give our favorite movies for those who weren't here last year? Let's go ahead and just give one of your top movies Christmas time. Wes, you get to go first this time, so we can appease your West Warriors.
Just one?
Sure, give us what you got.
Man, that's tough, dude.
Top Christmas movies.
Huh?
Your top
Top,
Christmas.
just one, or can I give a few? Or just
Give a
one?
few. Give
Top
a few.
three. Whatever.
Top three?
Sure.
Top three, I'm going to have to go with, man, it's tough. Christmas Vacation, of course. After that, I maybe go The Night Before.
The night before what?
And I'll round out my top three. I'm going to go Friday After Next.
That's a good one. That's a sleeper right there. Friday After Next, that's a sleeper Christmas movie. James?
Top movies, I'm gonna go with I gotta go with dude, Jingle All the Way might be up there at number one. Number two, it's floating around between Home Alone 2 and Jingle All the Way. Home Alone 2 is one of those sequels that are actually like very like, if not better, definitely contends with the first one.
Agreed.
Me personally, you know, like we had like a little like it was a big old like thing, and it had a drawer at the bottom, and that's where we had all our movies. We didn't have no choice. That's what our parents gave us. So these movies are like embedded into my childhood.
So were they DVDs or VHS?
Come on, man, VHS.
That's what I'm talking about.
VHS.
This is an old head show right here.
Yeah.
This ain't no middle of the mall stuff right
And
here.
a lot of them had a piece of tape on them, and they had the movie written on it, you know, and you put it in and play
Hey
it.
man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
For sure. So we got Home Alone at the top. We got Jingle All the Way. I like Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a Halloween / Christmas movie as well. I know I'm probably leaving a couple out.
That's three.
Oh, he put a limit on you. He put a limit.
All right, I'm done.
Put a limit.
I was limited.
Yes, sir, you were. You were limited. We're all equal here. Okay, so I'm gonna be a little bit different. I'm a little more old school, traditional with my movies. They're probably all 40. No, one of them's not 40 years old. One of them's 30 years old, and the other two are over 40, or maybe close to 40. So my number one Christmas movie is A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott, the most wonderfulest movie of all. Number two, 1946, It's a Wonderful Life, in black and white. And then my third overall is Home Alone, the original, the first one. It's my top three. Says a little bit about me.
And he older than you, Wes.
Bro, I'm pulling this night. It's a Wonderful Life I found it one time, right? I was just like, let me see what this is. And I got to catch it from the beginning. And so now anytime I hear a little jingle bell, an angel gets their wings.
I can't feel it. I just can't feel
It's
it.
okay.
I don't know. But like, I mean, we go into some honorable mentions.
Look at this guy. He wants honorable mentions. He says, screw a limit. We give honorable mentions.
That three? Is that three? So how many honorable mentions do we get? Do we get three?
Give your honorable mentions, Wes.
Since you're moderating.
We'll get three honorable mentions. Even that's even tough for me. Of course, I think A Christmas Story. It's just a classic for me.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one? The black and white, or the new one from the?
No,
90s?
we're talking about A Christmas Story.
Oh, A
with,
Christmas Story. I'm sorry.
the Red Rider.
Yes,
BB
yes.
gun.
I'm
That
sorry. I
one.
was thinking of a different movie.
Also, I forgot what my other three were. I gotta throw in Die Hard. Die Hard's definitely one of those.
I'm
And
sorry,
then-
but the people say it's not a Christmas movie, and when I say the people, I mean Bruce Willis. He came out and said it's not a Christmas movie, so y'all
It's a
take that
Christmas
up.
movie.
That's what y'all
They're
take it up
literally
with
at a
him.
Christmas party.
Y'all take it up with him. He said it. He was a star.
They were literally at a Christmas party.
Don't shoot the messenger, Wes.
Anyway, and I guess my third would be Gremlins.
Gremlins pretty good, pretty good,
Oh,
pretty good.
okay.
Get a little culture with you on that one. James approves. James, you got all 3 honorable mentions?
Don't have all 3, but I will say a Bad Santa is on my honorable mention. I do like that one. Home Alone 1. It's a classic. Unfortunately, I was just a Home Alone 2 kid for, ask my parents. I don't know
Well,
why
because
we
this
didn't have
is when
Home
you were
Alone 1.
born. That came out right when you were like not even 1 year old.
Yeah. And I guess I'll put the Grinch,
Okay.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, not the animated one?
Well, the animated one is, I was cut off by Wes, so I was only limited to 3. It would have made my top 5. It's not to say that the cartoon Grinch is an honorable mention. It just doesn't fly with me. It's up there, so I would have to put the Jim Carrey one. But Wes's rules, Wes's show, right?
I don't know. I don't think
You
so.
know what it said 3. You said 3.
Man, y'all fight for no good reason.
I said 3 or he said 3?
All right, here's my honorable mention.
You said do top 3.
All right, it's my turn, Wes. All right. I think I'm going to go with
Come on, you're not at the drive-thru at Whataburger. Come on.
No, I know, but you know what? There's some pretty good ones out there, and oh gosh, what are we gonna go with? I will definitely have to say, I'm gonna use some of y'all's, but Jingle All the Way is a good one. I really like that movie. What else? Whoops.
Tired of waiting, Wes?
I'm going to put the Grinch animated 2. And what's the last one I'm going to pick? The last one I will pick will be
Talking about we had homework.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Wow, dude, digging back. Ernest.
I'll put that on the worst. I'll put that one on the worst.
Oh, Ernest P. World. Come on, man. That's like a classic people forget about. My age, they forget about Ernest. And that dude was like Ernest Scared Stupid.
Dude, that was my favorite.
They're
Ernest
so
Scared
fun.
Stupid.
They're so fun.
I'm going to show my kids that, dude. Like tomorrow. I don't give a fuck if it's Halloween. Christmas or we're watching
Ernest Saves Christmas.
I forgot all about that, dude.
Those are mine right there. I think that's a good way to wrap this show. That's a good, happy, fulfilling moment. To everybody out there celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody out there this coming Sunday. Please take care of your family. Enjoy the time. This is the time to take care of it. We all have holiday stresses. Try to limit them. Do the best you can. Take care of your people. Say hello to them. James, what do you want to tell the folks before we get out of here?
What do I want to tell the folks? Well, I wanted to go on it's not the time for it. Let's enjoy the holidays. I can't wait to get some time off from work and not even do nothing special. I just want to lounge around the house. Kids, man, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go give them gifts. It's all about the kids right now. It's all about family. It's about spending time with family and admiring your loved ones. And life is too short, man. Let's just cherish the time that we are here.
Yep.
And let's have a good time.
Bravo.
Let's have a good time.
Bravo. Wes?
I just want to say, love your people. Check on your people. As once again, as I always say, because I know people have a rough time during the holidays because we're missing loved ones. I also want to get a shout out to, I don't know if we'll have another show, but I want to get a shout out to my boy, Scott's wife, Tiffany Cunningham. It's her birthday coming up on the 28th. I just want to send a heavenly birthday to her. And, just if you love someone, tell them you love them right now because we're not promised tomorrow. Love y'all.
100%. Way to go, Wes. That's bravo, man. I like that. For me, couldn't do this show without you two gentlemen. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank y'all so much for being here, being on this journey. Where it's going to go, we're going to have to just figure it out when we get there. To everybody in the chat, we appreciate your contributions. S. Sanchez, Carla, Papa Romeo, Fradzilla was in there earlier. Thank you so much. Lucky was here yesterday, right, James?
Yeah.
Want to give a big shout out to him as well. Wes, any in-studio audience guests for you today or no?
No. I got rid of my studio audience. Not tonight, dude. They were a little rowdy yesterday.
It was a fun time. For everybody watching, thank y'all so much. If you're enjoying the content, like, subscribe. Before we go, James.
I forgot a honorable mention. Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol, the animated one where he voices Ebenezer Scrooge.
Duly noted. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And as always, Merry Christmas to everybody. Love yourself.
Merry Christmas.
Love your neighbors. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. We're going to take some time off. Be with the family. Take it easy, y'all. We appreciate it.